Hey everybody, it's me, LaRasha, Goddess Queen, just me, 23, and this is going to be another zodiac sign reading. And Virgos, you are up. So this is going to be for Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus and Mercury. Or if you're a Virgo cusp baby, this is going to be for you too. Or if you're a Virgo North Node, I'm including you in this video as well. Or if you're a cross watcher and you're dealing with somebody that has Virgo in their chart, of course there's going to be messages in this video for you. Or if you were just guided to this video and you don't have Virgo in your chart and you're not dealing with anybody that has Virgo in their chart, maybe there's some messages in this video for you as well. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. If it does resonate, please like my channel, subscribe to my channel, comment, as well as share. If it does not resonate, please try your moon sign as well as your rising sign, which is your ascendant sign in your birth chart. And in order to get your rising sign, which is your ascendant sign, you have to have your name, your date of birth, the time you were born, as well as your location. If you don't have all that information, you'll still be able to get your sun sign, your moon sign, and I say pay attention to your Venus as well as your Mercury when you're dealing with love readings, okay? Keep in mind that this is a general reading. It also can be vice versa, so it does not necessarily have to be you, Virgo. It could be somebody that's in your environment if you know about their situation as far as your, your masculine, your feminine, the karmic, if there's a karmic that's involved, friends, family members, co-workers, if you know about their energy as well. So you can harness each zodiac's energy, especially if depending on what's in your birth chart. Everybody has the capability to adapt to other zodiacs, especially if you have a certain zodiac that's more in your environment as far as friends and family members are just the people that you know. You will be harnessing a lot of their energy as well. So keep in mind of that. Also, just want to say thank you to everybody that has been supporting me, as well as welcome to the people that are new to my channel. Welcome. I am a different type of reader. I do give messages to the collective before I do give my reading. So if you're pressed on time, I always have a timestamp in the comment section of my videos. You can go directly to the beginning of the reading if you go directly to the comment section of the videos to get the timestamp. Moving forward, if you use your free will to state that I talk too much, you will be blocked and not be able to come back on my channel. One of the gifts that I do have is clairaudiency, so you will hear music in the background. I use Pandora, which is just a radio station where it's not my regular playlist. The radio plays their own music as far as whatever they're going to play at that time, so it comes on. That's also a part of clairaudiency as far as a gift. With me having that gift, I'm here to help you understand how to use that gift, because everybody, regardless of what race you are, color you are, where you come from, twin flame, twin ray, divine partner, karmic, whatever, you have the availability to use that gift to help you unlock certain gifts that you have, as well as take part of certain things that's in your blueprint to help shift you and raise your vibration in certain DNA activations to help you remember who you are and where you come from. Okay, so if you understand music and sound is going to be very significant, and from the end of 2009 till March, because Valentine's is in February, and again, that's the month of love as far as when it comes to the holidays. So a lot of y'all could be hearing your masculine, your feminine, and spiritual realm, as far as 5D realm, as far as your spirit, soul rise, the energy that you can feel regardless if you're not with them. In 3D, you see signs, synchronicities, numbers, certain things, music, movies that remind you of even your divine feminine or your divine masculine's name in your environment, to help you understand that that person plays a significant role. And again, karmics are able to influence this type of energy as well, and that's one reason why it has been a big challenge to the ones that are really twin flames, twin rays, or divine partners, because they also have certain karmics and soulmates that are involved in certain situations as far as when it comes to that person's individual blueprint. So recognizing the journey that you're in, I'm helping you understand that. So if there's a certain song that you keep hearing over and over, or if there's a certain song that pops in your head, it could be your masculine, your feminine, speaking to you in spiritual realm. A lot of masculine's heart activations is happening because it's Capricorn season, and Capricorn represents that negative energy as far as that lower vibrational energy. And typically, again, 2020, the beginning of the year, everybody's trying to start off different and not being being in the same cycles as what they were in the past year. So it pushes everybody to produce a certain change. And a lot of these masculines, their heart chakra is, opening up. 2019, a lot of karma for 2019 and 2020 that a lot of people have to go through, finding out if you're in good karma, bad karma, how to heal certain karma, finding out if you were, a lot of us are finding out that we have been recurring souls and spirits that have been on the earth over and over and over. So we're waking up to certain past lives, coming familiarized with certain past lives that play a significant role of your overall existence. And if you have certain karma, certain things that you need to heal from, that's the reason why you're being pushed. And I'm hearing harshly, and it could be harsh because a lot of people experience a lot of pain because they don't understand what they're in, and they're not understanding it's just more than just the love situation. This has to do with your bloodline, and then also the overall existence of everybody that's here on earth as far as their species and where we come from. So the rabbit hole is deeper than just love. This has to do with the matrix, the mass control of population that has been playing for everybody, and it goes with your love, your finances, your stability, you being who you are as an individual, and honoring and living as who you're supposed to be in this purpose. So a lot of manipulation is involved as far as when it comes to stopping that black magic, spells, certain things like that as well, that we have been taking part of over and over and over and over and over and over and over in lifetimes. And 2020 is a year, a new decade, a new evolution for a lot of people that's here. And if you've been taking part of healing, if you're a part of any of these journeys, you're a part of it for a reason, because it's going to help shift the overall consciousness for whoever is living on earth. Okay. And some people we lose because that's the contract. And the way that I see when I lose a person and how it got easier for me, it was me understanding that everybody has their own blueprint. Everybody has their own journey that they take part of. So certain people that I was losing in my life, and I start seeing it as a sacrifice for myself, because I know I'm a twin flame. I know that I play a very significant role when it comes to my ancestors on both of my sides, and pushing them and helping realize who we really are. So I saw it as them sacrificing themselves to help be a part of my awakening, my journey, to push me to who I am, because I am somebody that's very important because of the things that I do as far as this. So once you start seeing it as that, you start understanding and you start getting the bigger picture. And I feel a lot of you Virgos now are seeing the bigger picture of a lot of things. And especially a lot of masculines are learning the difference between lust and true unconditional love. And that's part of being that yin and the yang energy back, as far as the feminine and the masculine energy, okay, that we have lost so long ago. Okay, so I'm here to help you. Music in the background. If you're interested in your birth chart, it's also listed in the description box in the video underneath the Cafe Astrology link. It is Capricorn season. Again, Capricorn season has to do with, lust, addictions, obsessions, toxic energy, violence, greed, materialistic things, not knowing your worth, fears, all that stuff, attachments, lust. As those things that keep you in that negative energy and not in the higher vibrational energy. Okay, so let's keep going. Make sure that you protect yourself, because that's typically when a lot of people do a lot of rituals, is during Capricorn season, because they know how that energy is harnessed, especially when it comes to the zodiacs and the tarot cards as well, so they understand it. But again, a lot of things is falling off as far as when it comes to energy manipulation, black magic, spells, root work. It's not going to hold a big effect like it was in the past, because the energy is getting switched back to the original people, and that all takes part of that. So if things are getting lighter and you're feeling like your masculine, your feminine are starting to remember things, they're starting to open up, they're starting to do their work in order for you to be in union. That's the reason why the biggest part of twin flames, twin rays, and divine partners has to do with spell work. And the elites, the people that you did not know that was fighting against you in the background, hidden, have been using black magic against these divine and sacral relationships that have been given by the universe, okay, and your bloodlines, accepting you to be with that person to help the overall existence of everybody that's on earth, on Gaia. Okay, so I feel that that's what's going on with you, Virgos. Let's see, is there anything else? The cards that I use in my videos have already been shuffled. The main deck, we will shuffle and cut them on camera. This is my second time trying to do your video, Virgos. I was in at least an hour and 17 minutes, and it cut off, and it didn't even save your video. So I was just like, okay, let's get started, because I know 2020 is a lot of things for me in helping y'all. So I was just like, are they going to start this on a bad note as far as, you know, doing the manipulation that they do with my phone when it comes to my content, my material that I try to give y'all? Or are we going to start this on a good foot? Was that for a message for me? So I'm starting this again, but I did start your reading before, and I was at an hour and 17 minutes. So let's start again. Cards have already, the main deck we will shuffle and cut on camera. The other cards have already been shuffled in your energy. This is the Illest Tour deck. It has nothing but celebrities, entertainment. Since music is very significant to people right now from 2019 until March, I know that sounds and tones, that's one reason why the elite, the people that have the power, control the entertainment and the media sources so much, because they know that it's part of the overall awakening of everybody that's on earth that can tap into that gift. Some people have more heightened gifts like me than I do than everybody else. But other than that, everybody can tap into it, okay? So whoever I pull as far as this card wise, make sure that you, whatever first comes to mind when you see this person, a song, a movie, your higher self, your ancestors, your blueprint is active. You're activating some part of your blueprint to help shift you and help you in whatever situation that you're in at that time. So make sure you watch it. Make sure that you, if you don't know who they are, research about them. If I don't know who this person is, I will state, please put their name in the comment for the ones that know, so everybody else could unlearn and see and study about that person as well, okay? So I also have my vibration on, and I apologize if it's going off, but it's going off for a reason. When I was learning the gifts that I had, and also the things that was in my environment that I was not seeing before, I noticed that when I was watching other readers or watching a movie, doing some type of studying for myself in order for me to move forward or get more clarity, I would understand and see that people's phone would go off. Their children would come in to distract them if they were giving a reading. My children would come in and distract me if I was paying attention to the reader or watching whatever I was doing. Distractions, children, family, lovers, whoever's in your environment. And I saw it as a distraction to distract me from getting the message, because I was paying so much attention and learning so much information. Or it was I was not paying attention and I needed to rewind to catch the messages that I missed. So figuring out which side you are when you hear the vibration go off, okay? Music in the background. Let's see, what else? Happy 2020. Big things are coming, and I hope that y'all are ready for it. And if you are taking part of Taurid, if you're taking a part of astrology, if you're taking a part of any of those things, and you know you have gifts as far as you being an empath, a star seed, an indigo child, any of those things that they say, oh, those people are tapped into the devilish energy, you're going to start standing out more than the rest. Because you're going to be able to see things, hear things, understand certain things that's going on more than the people that have not tapped into the unknown, continue to stay asleep from understanding and tapping into the dark side, is that if that's the way they want to see it. But that's no longer the dark side. It was the things that they were hiding from us and making us not take part of, because they wanted us to continue to keep control over us. So a lot of people are going to be upset with themselves because of the certain things that they have took part of as far as believing. And again, they can't be upset with themselves because you have been in a toxic situation since birth. And a lot of people have to understand that in order for them to move forward after all this information is getting put out this year. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep moving forward. So again, this is going to be, so cusp babies, I'm including you in my readings because your sun sign represents who you're trying to be before you pass over in this lifetime. So if you're a cusp baby, that means that you were born between two zodiacs. And so you need to harness both of those energies before you pass over in this lifetime. So if I state your date of birth, that means that you are a cusp baby. If I don't state your date of birth, that means that you are a regular Virgo. So you are Leo/Virgo if your birthday is from August the 19th through August the 25th. Leo/Virgo, August the 19th through August the 25th. Virgo/Libra, September the 19th through September the 25th. Virgo/Libra, September the 19th through September the 25th. Okay. North Node, I'm including you in my readings because, again, people are dealing with their karma, their past life karma. North Node includes your past life karma and the karma in this lifetime because of where we are as a human being and as far as species-wise. So if you learning out who you are, a lot of people have been asleep and lack of that knowledge, not giving that knowledge because of the manipulation. So they have to wake up in order for them to take part of the new phases as far as us being humans. So again, North Node includes your past life and the karma in this lifetime. Your South Node includes your past life karma. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Venus, and Mercury are if you're Virgo cusp baby, North Node. Somebody that was guided to this video, cross watchers that's dealing with somebody that has Virgo in their chart. This can be for you. Okay, so Virgos, I'm going to shuffle it 3 more times. This next time, whatever at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to take it as part of your energy. We have the 9 of Swords. So this represents air energy. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. If you're not dealing with anybody that has any of that in their chart, this could just represents energy as far as what a person is dealing with at this time. Okay, so this is the 9 of Swords. This represents sleepless nights. It represents being in your head, being in your thoughts, suffering, doubting a situation, going through a painful situation, you know, having certain burdens. This could also represent manipulation as far as energy manipulation, or also spell work, you know, voodoos, anything that has to do with manipulating a person from thinking clearly or acting on something. So there could be some of you Virgos are cross watchers, you know, your Virgo, or Virgos, you know, your masculine and your feminine has been dealing with some type of manipulation. And this could be verbal manipulation, and it could come from a karmic, it could come from a soulmate. It could be people that's in their environment. Some of them possibly could be feeling like somebody is playing with their head. But this represents conflicts, and it's conflicts as far as with thoughts, okay? This also represents, let's say, if Virgos or cross watchers, let's say your masculine, your feminine left you feeling, you know, where you were questioning everything, feeling that the connection was not real. Why are they doubting the relationship? Why are we going through this situation? I feel that this person could be experiencing some of that as well. So let's say if there has been a separation and you did leave your masculine or your feminine and y'all are separated at this time, this is what the other person is feeling. They're questioning the relationship. They're understanding how they made you feel. They're understanding exactly the burdens that they brought, and then also the mental conflict as far as when it comes to the relationship between you and them. Okay, so let's keep going. Some of them are realizing they were living in certain illusions, and they're wondering how did they not see these illusions. And if there was spell work that was involved, that was the reason why you were not seeing these illusions, Virgos. You have the Page of Pentacles being upright. You have the Five of Swords being reversed. You have the Page of Swords being reversed. And you have the Six of Wands being upright. It's crazy because when I first did your reading, like I told you earlier, the one that was an hour and 17 minutes long, this card was the card that came out first, and it was upright. Now it's reversed in this reading, and it's more, I feel that, let's say earlier how I was saying, if there has been some manipulation that has been involved, I can see that because of jealousy. I feel that some of you Virgos, there could be a hater, this could be a jealous karmic, a soulmate. Other people that's in your environment does not necessarily have to be love. It could be family and friends that you have that are jealous of who you are. You're going to deal with some jealousy that's in your environment, Virgo. So get ready to be prepared for that. Okay. Yeah. You have the Temperance card being reversed. So this also is letting me know, let's say if there was a karmic or a soulmate that was involved in a situation, or let's say Virgos, because the Temperance reverse, this could represent addictions. So there could be like lust addictions, drug addictions, sex addictions that could have been involved in a situation that you could have been dealing with, or your masculine, your feminine could have been dealing with this, or they could have been dealing with a karmic or soulmate that had these type of characteristics about themselves. Somebody was not balanced with themselves mentally, physically, as well as emotionally. When the Temperance card is reversed, this represents competition. It also represents conflict of interest. It also represents lack of teamwork. So somebody not being in sync with themselves that caused a lot of dysfunction to everybody else's situation, caused a lot of instability to other people's situation because of them not living the proper lifestyle for themselves, is what I'm hearing. When the Temperance card is reversed, this represents over-compromising energy. It also represents poor timing in a situation as well. So let's say if you're masculine, you're feminine, you know that you are the masculine and the feminine, and your masculine and feminine is dealing with a karmic or even a soulmate that is not the masculine or feminine, the one that you know that y'all have this, you're either the twin, the ray, or the divine partner. And that's what I'm going to say. And they're dealing with a karmic or soulmate. You Virgo, are your masculine or your feminine is realizing that they're in a different type of soul connection, and that's the reason why the Temperance card is reversed as well. I feel that, let's say if somebody did settle down for a karmic or the soulmate, they're realizing that, and that's where this jealousy is coming from the other counterpart. Because let's say if now Virgo, you no longer want to commit or no longer want to stay in this situation, you're cutting yourself out because you have the Five of Swords card coming out reversed, and then you also have the Page of Swords coming out reversed, and then again you have the Six of Wands being reversed. So this represents not committing to a certain situation. It also represents backstabbing. So I feel that some of y'all could have been dealing with somebody that was very manipulative. They could have been very childish. Let's say if this was a karmic or a soulmate, because I feel that they were involved with a karmic or soulmate relationship, that they were dealing with somebody that was very childish. They could have been somebody that was one-upped the other counterpart, tried to one-up the other counterpart a lot because they knew that they were the karmic, or they knew that they were the soulmate. They knew that they were not in one of the universal giving relationships. This person was very immature. They had hidden motives, is what I'm hearing. With the Page of Swords being reversed, this represents rebellious energy. It also represents spying. So I feel that some of y'all, let's say if there was competition that was involved in a situation, the competition was spying on you, and that could have been something that they were using as leverage. Some of them could have been spying, and they could have been spying on you during social media, creating fake profiles, watching your every move, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, because they're doing it. If you see this Page of Pentacles, you see this girl, she's in the, I see this card as somebody doing some shit behind your back in the dark while you can't see what they're doing, is what I'm hearing. So I feel that this person was doing certain things behind your back, Virgo, or Virgo, you were involved with a karmic or a soulmate that was doing certain things that was behind your back, or cross watchers, you know that you were involved if you are watching this because your Virgo is your masculine or your feminine, or your Virgo put you in a situation and they were involved with somebody that was a karmic or soulmate that was doing shit, being petty, doing certain shit in the background to manipulate them, Virgo, or manipulate you, Virgo, or manipulate you, cross watcher. Okay, so I feel that this person is getting caught for their ways. I feel that your masculine, your feminine possibly did offer this person a commitment at one time. I don't feel that this is something that has been long term. They could have invested in the relationship with this person, but at the same time, I feel, let's say if they did invest, that it didn't, let's say if they were on a good situation and they were happy in the relationship with the karmic and the soulmate, it was like in spurts of moments where they would be happy with them for for a period of time, and then next that they're having difficulties with the karmic and the soulmate. So it could have been that they were putting in their time and their money and their energy in the situation, but at the same time, like I was saying, I feel that there was them dealing with somebody that was a karmic or soulmate, somebody that was not balanced with themselves. I feel, again, like I was saying, this person possibly was somebody that really was a one-up person, because you do have the Five of Swords here. It's reversed, which is good, but I feel that if this is you, Virgo, going back to your masculine, your feminine, or your masculine, your feminine is coming back to you, and they were the one that was manipulating you, and they were the one that was doing, had the hidden motives. They were the one that was playing a part of any manipulation, being sneaky, betraying you in any type of way, shape, and form, manipulating you, playing with your mind, playing with your emotions. This person is now coming in and asking for forgiveness. But again, going back to if this is a soulmate or if this is a karmic that's involved and they're letting go of this person was manipulating your other half, because they knew that they were not the divine partner, the twin flame or the twin ray. Okay. Some of them, again, are spying. Some of them are possibly also going through, let's say if they are involved with your your masculine, your feminine, going through your masculine, your feminine social media or their phone, is what I'm hearing. They were just involved with somebody that's very immature, okay? And this person does not want to see you, the masculine. They don't want to see you, Virgo, with your masculine or your feminine are cross watchers. They don't want to see you with the Virgo, okay? Is what I'm hearing. You have the King of Wands. You have the Sun card coming out, and then you have the Knight of Wands. Crazy. The King of Wands and the Knight of Wands came out in the other reading. So this is letting me know this person is going for it. They know the difference between the relationships. They know the difference between the karmic and their divine feminine, the divine masculine. Some of them possibly, again, were involved with other situations. Again, let's say if they were the one that was having any hidden motives, playing the trickery, they're going to be coming in asking for forgiveness. Some of them had to let go of certain ego. Their ego was playing a big factor as far as when it comes to the relationship between you and them. With the King of Wands coming out, this is passionate energy, okay? This represents somebody being motivated, them being daring, them being headstrong. In the other reading, when these cards came out, what popped up was you make this person ambition, like they see ambition in you, is what I in the other reading. Okay, so I'm still getting the same concept because it was a lot of fire energy that came out. It was the King of Wands came out, the Knight of Wands came out, the Temperance card came out, the Wheel of Fortune came out. So all that fire energy, this person is coming in passionate. They're getting ready to take charge. Let's say if this person was lacking confidence within themselves, they gained their confidence within themselves. I feel that some of y'all's masculines or your feminines went through a phase as far as like a phoenix rising. And let's say if they had an issue as far as when it comes to their not knowing their worth, they had to go through a certain cycle in order for them to realize their own self-worth. So they had to go through their own self-discovery phase, is what I'm hearing. But this person sees the sun, they see the light in you. And like I said, you make this person you motivate this person more than anybody has motivated them, and anybody they have dealt with has motivated them. And again, that you bring a lot of joy to this person. I'm hearing, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. And that's what I heard. So this person sees you as their son. They see you as the one that brings the fire and light to them. Okay, so this person, when the sun card comes out, this represents playfulness. It also represents gaining clarity, as well as personal growth, as well as self-acceptance. So let's say if this person had childish behavior, childish deceptive energy, the Page of Swords, being insecure, rebellious, stubborn at time, with the Five of Swords being reversed, okay, deceptive energy, greed, anxiety, any of that was involved, them being stingy, them being selfish, realizing their immature traits within themselves, realizing that brought self-acceptance within themselves. And like I was saying, they're realizing their worth, and you help them realize their worth because you loving yourself. And some of y'all possibly did separate yourself. You did cut yourself out of the situation with your masculine, your feminine, because of them being very immature. And then just, them being immature, just the way that they were going about certain things was not good and not healthy for you. So some of y'all had to cut yourself out of the situation. And when you did that, that person had to really go within and realize the negative characteristics and the bad characteristics within themselves. And I feel that this person is having a rebirth moment. You have the Knight of Wands coming out, and the Knight of Wands represents somebody being noble, somebody being daring, somebody taking on the adventure, seeking the passion. So I feel there's going to be a lot of intimacy that's going to be involved. Let's say if there is a union that's going to be taking part between you, Virgo, and your masculine, your feminine, or cross watchers, you taking part of this union with the Virgo. There's going to be some sex, love making that's going to be involved. This person is going to be coming in passionately. I feel that this person now, they're wanting to lay their swords down. And again, I feel that a lot of masculines or a lot of feminines, that the feminines that were causing a lot of hurt and doing a lot of the trickery and a lot of the betrayal, now they're wanting to come to you. I'm hearing like a man. And then I'm hearing like a man, so I feel that this is more of masculine speaking, but I'm coming to you like a man. The Page of Wands. Yeah, fire energy. Being very outspoken, being very direct. Okay, being creative, realizing the potential that they have in this relationship. You burn, you give them a whole nother passion within inside, and they know that. Okay, some of y'all Virgos possibly have a career taking part of helping out children. I see you having the Page of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Page of Wands coming out, and then the Sun card touching that, and then the Knight of Wands over here. So some of y'all could have children can see you as a leader. Some of y'all could be having a career or choosing a path that has to do with children, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance. Some of y'all could be thinking about taking a project that has to do with, again, working with children. You have the Knight of Swords, so them knowing that they were being immature. Some of them know that they were not communicate. Some of them know that if there was communication that was involved, it was immature communication or it was harsh communication. This person was not thinking on their feet. When you have the Knight of Swords being reversed, this represents, again, troublemaker energy. It represents somebody being overly aggressive. So I feel, again, that there has been deceitful energy that has been involved. And let's say if they were Virgo, if you were involved with a karmic or soulmate, or if your masculine or feminine was involved in a karmic or soulmate, the karmic and soulmate use certain tactics to keep you stuck. They also possibly manipulated you mental wise. This person knew how to manipulate you mental wise very well, is what I'm hearing. Very well. They possibly were somebody that was very good with their words. Or they possibly used the other counterpart, as far as, let's say, if they knew that the other counterpart held a higher position as far as when it comes to a soulmate contract or a lover's contract. This person possibly talked badly about the other person to make you have negative thoughts about your masculine, your feminine, or cross watchers. They were making the Virgo have negative thoughts about you. by possibly saying certain things that was not true. Especially if the person had made fake profiles in order to watch you, to spy on you. They could have been twisting certain things that you were doing. Yeah, this person is very toxic that they got themselves involved with. And in that other reading, it said, why did I even get myself involved with this person? Because they found out, and it could have been their child's mother, because you do have 2 page cards here, and I'm not going to overlook that. It could be you, Virgo, dealing with your child's mother, the child's father, or again, it could be your masculine, your feminine is dealing with their child's mother, their child's father, and the child's mother and child's father is very envious and very jealous over the fact that they are the ones that had the child, but they're not settling down with, you're not settling down with them. But you understand the difference between the connection. And just because you have a child with somebody does not necessarily mean that person is your divine counterpart, and you're understanding that. And that could be some of the information that you're giving to the other person, and that's the reason why they're going off the handle. With the Devil card coming out, it came out in the other reading, but I knew Capricorn is going to be coming out in a lot of readings, because a lot of people are getting themselves out of toxic situations. A lot of people are realizing that they have been trying to battle and overcome devilish energy. And I don't even want to say devilish energy. I'm just going to say the darker side of the energy, as far as the lower force energy. Addictions, lust, money habits, gambling issues, drug addictions, alcohol addictions, way of thinking, pride issues, egotistical energy as far as that. Not fears, being afraid, not knowing your self-worth. A lot of people have been trying to overcome that. So for this card to come out, it does not surprise me, because a lot of people are working to release themselves from that type of energy, because again, it's 2020, it's starting a new year, so they're wanting to break away from all those negative cycles and negative attachments they have been involved in. I do feel, let's say if this is you, Virgo, now you're wanting to work as a team with your masculine, your feminine. Some of y'all still feel that if they are your twin flame, your twin ray, your divine partner, that it's a toxic situation, because y'all understand, again, if y'all are if you are 2 individuals that was put here for the universe for y'all to experience certain things, and then that other people don't experience, it's going to make you feel like it's a toxic situation, because you are going through certain things that other people are not going through. But at the same time, the relationship is something that is sacred. So it's going to feel like there's going to always be lower forces working against you. So they're saying once you go in union, make sure that y'all understand that y'all are going to be working against certain people that are trying to bring you down, is what I'm hearing. But I do feel that y'all are going to be putting in the effort together. And in the past, you possibly were not doing that. And if you see on this Devil card, they're fighting off the devil, is what I'm hearing. So y'all know that y'all are going to be fighting off the devil together, and certain people that possibly don't want y'all to be together. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, somebody's been drinking. Somebody's been in their thoughts. This person is really realizing and regretting a certain situations that they put themselves in. With the 5 of Swords coming out, this represents grief. It represents loss. It represents loss of pleasure. So let's say if there was a soulmate or a karmic involved, there has been loss of pleasure as far as when it comes to the relationship between you and them. Virgos are your masculine or feminine, and if they're involved with somebody else, loss of pleasure between them. I do feel that some of y'all are dealing with somebody that has an addiction as far as when it comes to alcohol. So this person knows that that's something that they need to break themselves free from. Okay. But this person is in a lot of regret. They're very disappointed with themselves as well as with their actions. Yeah. 5 of the Magician card coming out. So realizing if they were involved with somebody that was manipulating them, this person knew how to manipulate them. Okay. Some of them could have been involved with spell work manipulation. When the Magician card is reversed, this represents somebody being very ego-driven. This represents somebody lying. This represents somebody hiding the truth, as well as being confused, lack of willpower, somebody overstepping their boundaries. This also represents that as well. So again, this karmic, this soulmate overstepped their boundaries, especially if they did take part of spell work, manipulation in order to keep the masculine and feminine not being in union. Or if this karmic or soulmate manipulated them, and especially if it was their child's mother or child's father. I'm even hearing somebody going as far, or they were using the children as manipulation. I heard was somebody went as far as having a baby with somebody to manipulate it and keeping them stuck. Because they thought that you, Virgo, or they thought cross watchers, or they thought your masculine and feminine was going to stay with them, even if they were the karmic or the soulmate. I heard that. And then I heard that some of them were using children as pawn to manipulate you, Virgo, or cross watchers, in you investing in certain things or staying in something longer than what you needed to. Some of your masculine, your feminines got involved with other people, like other suitors that had children that was in a situation, and they got emotionally connected to these children. Yeah, playing the fool. Somebody was playing the fool. This represents reckless energy. It represents somebody being very irresponsible, somebody being closed-minded, as well as somebody being unmotivated, okay? Foolish energy. This person being very reckless. Again, is somebody overstepping their boundaries, using spell work, black magic, manipulation, verbal manipulation, using having certain agendas to keep you stuck and keep you committed in a certain situation. That's the reason why this person is drinking. They're realizing what this person did in order to keep them stuck. And a lot of them got themselves in fucking bad situations with the karmic or a soulmate. You have the Fool card, which represents Aquarius, Libra, as well as Gemini. You have the Magician card. It also represents Virgo. So again, Aquarius, Libra, as well as Gemini for both of these cards in Virgo. You have the Capricorn card, which is the Devil card. You have the Knight of Swords, which represents Aquarius, Libra, as well as Gemini. You have the Knight of Wands, which represents Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. You have the Page of Swords, again, represents Aquarius, Libra, as well as Gemini. You have the Sun card, which represents fire energy, Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. It also represents Leo. You have the Page of Pentacles, which represents Capricorn, Taurus, as well as Virgo. It represents Capricorn. Knight of Wands represents Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. And then you have the Page of Wands, which represents Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. And then you have the Sagittarius card, which represents Temperance. Okay, let's see if this person is coming back from your past, or if this person is leaving a certain situation, leaving a karmic and going towards their masculine and their feminine. What are they getting ready to offer you? You have the Hangman. So this person gained clarity. They're using their intuition in order for them to gain the knowledge, in order for them to gain the clarity, in order for them to move towards you. When the Hangman is upright, this represents procrastination energy, as well as somebody playing the victim. So let's say if they were dealing with a karmic or soulmate, or if they were involved with people that was in your environment, they knew how to manipulate them. A lot of them, let's say if they were involved with friends or family members and peer pressure that was involved, there was some type of, I feel that somebody was messing with somebody's head. And again, it could be a lover situation, a karmic or soulmate that they were involved with that was messing with their head. If there was spell work, or if there was any type of mental manipulation that was involved. And then also friends and family members having them take part of certain things that was not good to them, and possibly put them in a badder situation than what you were with them in. So I feel that some of your masculines possibly got involved in some type of situation that you're possibly not aware of, and this person is feeling like they're stuck. Some of them are feeling like they're stuck, and that's the reason why they're drinking. The Hangman card coming out, this also represents sacrificing energy. So if some of them are accepting destiny for what it is, and that's the reason why they're approaching you, and some of this could already took place and now they're going towards you, and this is the reason why this person is coming in passionately, because it could already had happened, and this person did what they needed to do in order for them to remove themselves from toxic situations. I do feel like this person possibly was, procrastinating, like saying, let's say if there was no communication, or if there was not any movement, is because this person was doing the things that they needed to do in the background in order for them to clear space to go towards you. And you possibly felt it was them procrastinating on y'all's journey, or procrastinating on making things right, is what I'm hearing. I don't know who she is. If y'all know who she is, please put her in the comment section. Queen of Pentacles. So they are seeing you as the person that they're wanting to commit to. They see you as somebody that's very nurturing, very caring. They know that you have a big heart. They see you as some of them, again, this was the karmic or their soulmate was the mother of their child or the father of their child. And they're wanting me to say that. But again, this person somebody is wanting to have a baby, start a family. So your divine masculine, your divine feminine possibly could be wanting to start a family. And there could be karmics or soulmates that are upset because they didn't want to start a family with them. That could be another thing, that there's jealousy that's going around as far as with this. This is also gaining stability within yourself, Virgos. This is your energy. So a lot of y'all are realizing your self-worth. A lot of y'all are growing as an individual, as a human being. You're gaining your stability back within yourself. You're being in that earth energy, that green energy, as far as your sign, okay, is what I'm hearing, which also Virgo represents air energy as well. And that's the reason why a lot of air is here. And again, they represent the Fool card as far as you, which is an air card typically. And the Magician card is air card, because of you being the Hermit card, y'all have to go in, healing mode as far as what that card represents, as far as being the Hermit, the card, inner healing, guidance, becoming the logical thinker. But I feel that this is more of your earth energy. So you're doing the things that you need to do to nurture yourself. Again, this also represents the heart chakra openings that I told you that a lot of masculines or feminines are having at this time. And let's say if they are your part of your journey is that your masculine and your feminine has to come to realization, what's the difference between love and lust? Because this could be something that's a factor in the relationship. And in this reading that I'm reading right now, this person is realizing that because of them having the activations in their heart space, okay? And that's the reason why they're in Hangman right now. And that's the reason why they're drinking, because they're realizing that they have got themselves in a lot of lustful situations. And a lot of the lustful situations could have brought them certain addictions that they could have took part of, because they were dealing with certain people and certain individuals or certain family members or certain friends in their environment. They could have, made certain decisions that it hurt the masculine and feminine, because they were not thinking, clear-headedly. They could have been more focused on themselves, or more focused on making other people happy and satisfying other people's needs and not your needs. And that's the reason why this person is in so much regret and in so much disappointment within themselves, is what I'm hearing. Okay. If you have never watched Cruel Intentions, watch Cruel Intentions, because it also, they made me watch this movie, and I watched it, and I had to find a way to watch it, because there's not a way that you can pay for it to watch it. You have to go on a certain website to watch it, to get it, or you got to go into a store to try to buy it, and it's hard because all of them are out of stock. So that let me know, okay, this is something that was very important that I needed to watch. And when I watched the Cruel Intentions movie, it let me understand what a lot of masculines and feminines are going through, as far as when it comes to just feminine energy and masculine energy, as far as sex, lust, greed, power, all those things. When somebody is hurt as a child and they grow up as being, narcissists, have narcissist traits, because of how damaged they were as a child, or certain things that they were granted when they're a child. People that have power are able to do a lot of other things and get away with it. And so I'm just seeing that that movie helped me see a lot of things that we have been and taken part of as a human being, because of the things that have been in our environment since we have been a child. And it helped the things that we have took part of in our environment as a child molded us to who we are. And some of us are able to get out of those situations, and some of us are not. So I feel that somebody is no longer wanting to be a fool to their environment. So let's say if this person is having a major reveal of their life and their existence of who they are and what they have took part of, that's the reason why this person is in their thoughts. They're in their thoughts heavily, okay? But they're realizing that they want to commit to you. They see you as the one that, they see you as home is what I'm hearing. They see you as home, and that cruel intentions, if you ever never seen it, it ended in a sad way, but he fell in love with her, and he was a player, and he was somebody that was just a narcissist, and he fell in love with this character in the movie. So Reese Witherspoon, he fell in love with Reese Witherspoon. She brought "You Are My Sunshine." So this person could have been living in the dark. This person was living in the dark for a long time, and you brought sunshine to their light. Okay. You have the Magician. So this represents air energy. So it's coming out twice. So this person is wanting to manifest a brand new beginning with you. This represents creative energy. It represents you being the Magician. Alchemy. It represents a fresh start. Manifesting, being in your creativity, being a master in what it is that you're doing. A lot of y'all could be getting a lot of synchronicity signs, seeing numbers, music, dreams, visions, certain things like that that's helping you. This is Denise Hustable, Lisa, I don't know why, but I thought of American Woman came to my head. And it could be because of, what is his name? Lenny Kravitz. Did I say his name right? Lenny, whatever his name is. But American Woman just popped into my head. He sees you as the American woman. Wow. No woman can amount to you. Okay. Let's keep going. Engagement. This person is coming in and giving you a proposal. Marry me. Marry me. And that's why they're jealous. Well, that's why the karmics and the soulmates, or the people, their baby mother, the baby father, are upset because they're going to marry you. Or Virgo, you're getting ready to marry somebody that you know that's the one. So it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Somebody's getting ready to get engaged. You deserve love. They realize that they deserve love. They realize that they were not loving themselves. They realized the stuff that they were involved with was giving them realization that they were not loving themselves. Okay? You deserve love. They deserve love. Y'all both deserve unconditional love. Regardless of what you went through it as a child. You are lovable. Love yourself first. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this up. This is clear as day of what I was saying. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and that person saw your self-worth because you removed yourself from them, detached yourself from them, cut yourself away from certain things that was not serving you. Some of y'all possibly had to change as an individual, and then when you changed, it had to push certain change in your masculine and your feminine, and they start seeing, you realizing your self-worth and your growth, and made you more attractive. Cola fish. There is always enough. Knowing that you're always enough. Knowing that you are always enough. And some of y'all possibly were dealing with certain insecurities because you have dealt with certain heartaches. Certain things were put in your blueprint to make you hurt in certain ways, to make you forget who you are. Some of y'all possibly felt that y'all were not having enough as far as financial-wise, money-wise. 36, a 9. Nines represents moving on, happiness, and growth. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Some of y'all have, possibly you're seeing certain owls. If you're seeing owls, that also represents of being watched. This also could represent wisdom, as well as your ancestors. So there could be some of y'all that are connected to owl tribes, especially if you have indigenous blood in you. You have a 43 here, a 7. 7 represents mystery, represents DNA activations, synchronicities, seeing signs, symbols, all that stuff, okay? Fox spirit, yeah, this person that they were dealing with was sly as a fox. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Think on your feet. You thinking on your feet, Virgos, being 5 steps ahead. Always thinking 5 steps ahead. Okay? Make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings. This is also letting you know watching. This is also energy as far as watching energy. Okay? Stalking energy. You have a 27 here, a 9, another 9. So moving on, happiness, growth. Base chakra, your root chakra. Planting your feet. Gaining your stability back. Gaining your self-worth. Being courageous. Being fearless. Wearing red. Dyeing your hair red. Eating red fruits, eating red vegetables, cutting away from red meat, eating less red meat. You have a 1 here, another 1, new beginnings. Will. The choices that they were making was bringing them consequences. The people that they were involved in, that they chose to keep themselves involved with, was bringing negative and devilish energy to their environment. Them be in attachment, using their free will to be addicted to drugs, alcohol, money, greed, sex. It says expression, assertiveness, self-control, direction. They're going towards you because you are their sunshine. This person was in the dark for a long time, and you helped bring the light to their life. You have a 3 here. 3s represents connection to your 3D body, now connecting with your 5D spirit, your 5D soul. Crown chakra, crown activation. So if you feel energy in your head area, on top of your head, even your third eye, the back of your neck, your shoulders, that's letting you know you're having activations in your crown area. Wearing purple. If you are somebody that is set claims, wear the other colors, because you're just stopping yourself from the energy that you need in order for you to activate certain things that's in your blueprint. And if they made you to be in a gang for a reason, that means that you are somebody that has a significant power. And they put you in that they initiated you for a reason, not knowing that because your soul was somebody that was of power. And then you just representing one color is stopping you from representing the other colors. And that's possibly another part of your darkness that you step in, because you're not taking part of other colors that put you in other moods. And that's the reason why these colors were created. So somebody needs to start wearing purple and possibly be wearing blue. Okay. You have a 43 here, 5, 6, 7. So another 7. Paying attention to the signs and synchronicities that you're getting given. Isis Oracle card. Proper burial for freedom. Releasing yourself. It's crazy because when I was shuffling your romance card, I saw the free yourself, Virgo, and I wanted to say that at the beginning. So I feel a lot of y'all are freeing yourself from a situation that's no longer serving you. If you're freeing yourself from the old you to allow this new transformation to come, take place within yourself. Again, setting a proper burial for the old you, because the new you has arisen. Sacrifice to Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the dead. Osiris is the Lord of the dead. Dark side, dark energy. Mature woman. They possibly were involved with a lot of people that was immature. Again, you bring the best out of them because you're a lot more mature than them. This could be age-wise as well, so there could be a difference as far as age. But again, growing. 6, you have 6 here, which 6 represents harmony and past. Gift. This person is coming in. They have something that they're wanting to give you. An engagement, a ring. Somebody's getting ready to receive a ring, a promise ring, an engagement ring. 17, an 8. 8 represents movement. Application. So this represents how I was saying earlier, if this was a job situation, feeling like not overworking yourself, Virgos. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Not overworking yourself. Some of y'all could be making changes. Let's say if you are going to be taking part of, working in the community with children. That could be a new job for you, a new career for you. A 34. Another 7. And last card. Wow, freedom. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Freeing yourself, Virgo. Freeing yourself. Who cares what everybody else thinks? There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. It's been clear a long time ago, Virgos. You just had certain people that was put in your path, put in your blueprint to help delay where you were supposed to be and who you were supposed to be. Use your free will to get yourself out of it. Free yourself. Hopefully this reading resonates with you. If it does resonate with you, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, and I just want to say thank you and you have a great day.